Hello, this is Patrick at OneCNC West, and I'm very excited today to talk about the OneCNC Solid Design software. What is Solid Design? Well, Solid Design is a standalone CAD package that's going to give you all of the high-end CAD features that all of the top OneCNC expert systems provide. For example, you're going to have the ability to create solid models. You're going to be able to create surfaces. You're going to have hybrid modeling. You're going to have the ability to create beautiful prints using your 3D models. You're also going to have perfect render, which is going to be able to create bitmaps of your 3D model using lights, shadows, and reflections. On top of that, you're going to be able to use Solid Design with any version of OneCNC that you have. You can create your solids and surfaces within Solid Design and then load them into any version of OneCNC. Now within this first video, we're going to take a look at creating solid models within Solid Design. Let's begin by creating some wireframe geometry. I'm going to use the line tool and I'm going to sketch just a real basic shape just to get us going here. Something about like that. That looks good. We'll come up here and back up and connect that. Let's make it a little bit more interesting. We'll add a couple of fillets on here. 0.75 fillet there. Let's reduce the fillet down to a 1/2 inch and let's put one right there. Okay, so we have some real simple wireframe geometry here. Now, how tough is it to make a solid model? Well, it's actually really easy. I'm going to use the Extrude Curves command. I'm going to select the boundary. I can now specify a height or a taper angle, or you can just use your cursor. I'm going to use my cursor and come down and snap that at -1 inch, and there we go. We have a real nice solid model created very fast. Now, let me demonstrate the Extrude Cut command. I'm just going to use a rectangle, drag it out like that, and same thing. We'll use Extrude Cut this time. I'm going to grab the boundary. Again, you can specify a depth and or a taper angle. I'm just going to come down to -750, left click, and there we go. There's the cut. Let's create a couple of bosses now. I'm going to use the circle command, and I'm going to create 3 inline circles, about like that. And let's use the boss, Extrude Boss. Left click, same technique. You can specify a height or a taper angle. I'm going to go up to 0.875. One more. Let's bring that up to 0.875. Now you can also use existing geometry. Watch what I'm doing here. I'm going to zoom in. I can snap the vertice on that existing geometry to ensure the height of that new boss is exactly the same height as the previous boss. How about a couple of fillets? Let's do that. Let's come over here. We're going to grab our fillet tool and let's make that 1/8 of an inch, so 0.125. Going to click OK and just left click the base of each one of those bosses and right hand mouse click, and there you go. How about a couple of chamfers at the top? We're going to use the exact same command, but we're going to use the chamfer option, reduce the amount to 70 thousandths, and just left click the top of each one of those bosses. Very, very easy. Now, how about working on different construction planes? How hard is that? Well, I'm going to create a construction plane on that face. I'm going to change my view so I'm normal to that construction plane. And notice how once I start creating my geometry, OneCNC makes the part translucent so I can see existing features in there, which is also really nice. I'm just going to sketch a shape on that construction plane. Maybe something like that. We'll come over and I'm just going to use the Extrude Cut command on that. So grab that same shape, pull it over, and there's Extrude Cut. Very, very nice. Now let's do one more piece of geometry here. Let's give you an example of creating a boss on that side. So I'll create that rectangle. Let's use the Extrude Boss command. Yep, and this time I'm going to type in a height. How about 70 thousandths? That looks very good. And we'll right hand mouse click. That's looking great. Now we don't need this wireframe geometry, so let's select all the blue geometry, and just by hitting the delete key on the keyboard, that wipes that out. Let's change our view to an isometric and see what we have. So you can see that using the powerful extrude tools within OneCNC, you can create complex geometry from simple wireframe geometry in just a matter of a couple of minutes. Alright, that's it for this video. What we did is we took a look at how easy it is to create solid models within OneCNC Solid Design. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.